What's up? It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood. Welcome to Industry Stories. And I got a messy one. So, y'all strap in, buckle up, and get ready for some fireworks. Now, if you don't know who Rolanda Watts is, all the brothers in the 90s knows who or knew who Rolanda Watts is. When Rolanda Watts was. In the 90s, she's the reason why dudes started waiting up for 11 o'clock p.m. for the 11 o'clock news. Eyewitness news, if you are from New York or from the East, or from the East Coast, you'll remember Eyewitness News with Rolanda Watts. She was like the prettiest, baddest, black woman, on pretty much on nighttime news. She did 6 p.m. sometimes, but mostly 11 p.m. We wait for Rolanda Watts, right? So this was Rolanda Watts' birthday party. I believe it was 93. I don't think it was 94. It was 93 or 94. And so at this party, let me set the scene. Some of the celebrities that was there, Spike Lee was there, Brooke Shields was there, some of the New York Knicks were there. I believe it was like John Starks. Who else was there? John Starks was there. Anthony Mason was there. Then we have Uptown, which was Andre Harrell, Al B. Shore, and of course, then there was SWV, and then of course, it was Diddy, Puffy, right? Later on, Kim Porter comes in to the story. So let me set you up and tell you about the night that Diddy laid hands on Al B. Shore for the first time. The reason why I say first time is because I don't know if it ever occurred, how many times it occurred after that, or if it ever occurred again, right? But these two have a long, nasty history. Right, so Coko of SWV at this time, I believe she was dating the dude from the group Shy, I think. She may have been dating him at this time, or she may have been dating the dude from Diggable Planets, who I think she has a kid with. But she was dating one of them two dudes at this time. At the same time, she was creeping around with Puffy. Right, so it's Coko from SWV. She's creeping around with Puffy, allegedly, and she is allegedly dating either the dude from Diggable Planets or the dude from Shy. She may not have been the dude from Shy yet, but it was one of them two. Now, we're at Rolanda Watts' birthday party. Now, Puffy, at the same time, is trying to do what everybody else, every other brother in the 90s was trying to do. Get at Rolanda Watts. Right? So he's trying to get at Rolanda Watts. Now, Rolanda Watts, I don't know if she was dating Al B. Shore yet, but Al B. Shore, as you know, is messing with Kim Porter, and Quincy is the son of Al B. Shore and Kim Porter. Now, unless I do the calculations, I'm not sure who's born yet. I'm not sure if they're dating yet or if they were done dating. Now, Diddy is in there, Coco's in there, And there's already a strange vibe between them because they're trying to act like they're not messing around. Right? So Kim Porter, back in the day, used to always have this reputation of turning up when she's drunk. Like a lot of people. When she get lit, she turns up. So she's coming to Rolanda Watt's birthday party, and one of her girls, I forgot the name of the girl, but she was always with Kim, but she was one of her best friends back in the days. She's always rolling with Kim. I believe Jaguar Wright spoke on this girl before. But I don't want to get her name wrong, so I'm not going to attempt to say it. She's telling Kim Porter, yeah, Puffy is fucking Coko from SWV. So we need to go to this party, Rolanda Watt's birthday party. Now they had no idea that Puffy was there trying to get it, Ro Watts. But Coco's just, acting nonchalant because her and Diddy's used to creeping around. And he let her know, we can't let nobody know what's happening, this, that, and the other. And she's like, I'm with that. I got a nigga anyway, so I'm with that. So Kim Porter approaches, Coko. I think she's a little tipsy or what have you. And she approached Coko about her being with Puffy. Now, Puffy is like trying to motion to Coko like, nah, don't say nothing. Like, deny it or whatever. And Coko is like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just fucking your nigga. We're not dating or no shit like that. I just occasionally fuck your nigga. I ain't even gonna lie. It's not that deep, sis. Right? She probably didn't say sis back then. But she's just like, it's not that deep. It ain't that serious for you to be up here trying to put on a show in front of everybody. Like, this is a packed club. I don't remember the club. It was somewhere downtown in Manhattan. So, Kim is all in the club. You shaking her head, like trying to get all frantic. Now, Coco's there with the other two chicks. Now, Lily stands up. Now, she ready to set it off, right? So, it's Lily, Taj, and Coko. So Lily stands up, and she ready to set it off with Kim. Coco's just like sitting down, like talking to her, like, yo. Now, the reason why I know the conversation is because me and my brother was at this party. This is back when I first started rapping, right? And our publicist, his name was Jeroy Jermaine, right? He was our publicist. He's the one that got us into this party. He was there in the mix. So after, we saw the commotion was going on, but after the party was over, since he was over there, he came back and pretty much told us that story. So I'm there. So I'm giving you the report from what he told us play by play, right? So now, I'll be sure. Now, I'm not sure whether he was dating Rolanda Watts yet, but he was probably definitely seeing Kim Porter. Al B. Shore steps in, right, to the party. He comes over there immediately. All of the focus, Diddy used Al B. Shore as that distraction, right? He used Al B. as that distraction. So then Diddy saw Al B. Shore come in. Al B. Shore just walked in. He's walking up towards the VIP. Now, so Diddy wants to distract everybody from that, what's going on. He jumps up, and now he's walking towards Al B. Shore. Right? And as I said, these two have a long history together. Like, I don't know when it started, and so I would have to actually go back and research the dates or whatever. But there was always tension between them, revolving around Kim Porter. And remember, he wrote Forever My Lady about Kim Porter, so I'm going to assume him and Kim had already stopped messing around. Right? So Diddy jumps up, or Puffy jumps up, starts walking towards Al B. Shore. Al B. Shore's walking, not expecting, says he sees Diddy coming towards him. Al B. stops like, what's up? Diddy, smack! This is happens like this happens in front of us. So we're like, oh, yo, did he just smack Al B. Shore? Right? So then there's like a commotion or whatever. Al B. Shore had these, he always wear these, I don't know whether Al B. Shore has had issues with his eyes, whatever, but he would always wear like these tinted shades. And I always thought they were prescription, but he always wear like these tinted shades. And he comes to the party, and back then he was the shit. So girls just like, I'll be sure. You know what I mean? So Al B steps, that's when he was on fire. And he walks in towards the VIP. Diddy jumps up. Now remember, everybody else is arguing over the Coko Diddy situation, right? So now Diddy want to jump up, use it as a distraction, smacks Al B. Shore, right? Now, Al B was walking towards him, and he said something like, why are you walking towards me? Like, wow, what's up? Like, he put his hands up like, what's this, what's up? Smack! Right? Smacks Al B. Shore, smacks his glasses off or whatever. And then he's just like, what's going on? But he's still, so he had maybe like a dude and then a bodyguard with him, whatever. I would have fired that bodyguard. I think he had like one other guy with him and a bodyguard. So he was walking towards the VIP or whatever. I'm not sure whether the bodyguard was the club's bodyguard, but I know he had like at least one other dude with him. And Diddy's like, yeah. So you can see him yelling, like the music is loud. You can see him yelling like, da-da-da-da. Right? So there's a commotion over there. And of course, all of the tension goes from Coko and all them to Diddy. So Kim runs over there, Coko and run over there. Now Rolanda Watts, ironically, later on, maybe it was later or maybe they'd already started seeing each other. She actually ended up dating Al B. Shore. So maybe that was the night they met. Maybe that was the night, maybe that's why he was there. But he didn't it wasn't a very good showing for Al B. Shore the first night around Rolanda Watts, because the first night around he got his glasses smacked off. Right? So that just goes to show how far back the two of these guys' tension goes. And if you've been paying attention to online, Al B. Shore's son posted something, said Al B. Shore was in a coma for the last 2 months. He's been in a coma. And, a lot of, remember, he's been stepping up lately, talk about, making insinuation that he's going to say something about Kim Porter's death. And he keeps saying she was murdered. Yeah, my wife, that's right, I said it, my wife was murdered. So, and now he's been in the hospital in a coma for the last 2 months. Diddy's got a lot of evil energy around him. Even when he dressed like the Joker, if I saw him out doing that, I'd be scared. I ain't gonna lie, because he embodied that Joker character. So that's why when that happened with him and Michael J. Ferguson, I'm not shocked. Diddy, like I said, is not a sucker. People want him to be. But like I said, I witnessed this firsthand. Mano has told a story about how Diddy rolled up on him. And Mano is known as a bully. The story about him, busting the UCLA or whatever guy over the head. Then because he cracked Steve Stout over the head with a bottle. Then he laid hands on J. Cole. he laid hands on Drake. These are all facts. So Diddy is not a sucker. There's just some dudes that know how to fight and got heart. You know what I'm saying? So Diddy will smack you. He will smack you. He's been known to do that. What Diddy has to realize though, he ain't 20 no more. He ain't 30. He ain't even 40. He's 50 years old. So it's not like 20, 30 years ago. So he's going to run up on that one young dude who don't know about, how Diddy is and ain't going to really be, not going to really be intimidated by it. You know what I'm saying? And then he might knock Diddy block off. I haven't seen it yet, but like I said, I'm just giving y'all this industry story because like I told y'all, I got so many stories, yo. And if social media was around back then, my God, this would have definitely been viral. Because I'll be sure would have been caught on camera getting the shit smacked out of him. But it went on from there, their beef or what have you is still in the making. They tried to come together for once Kim's death happened, but he'll never like Diddy. Diddy will never like him. So whatever happened with Rolanda, and I'll be sure that didn't seem to affect him, but if that was their first meeting, that was not too impressive, getting smacked. But that's just one of the stories, man, about Diddy laying hands on people. So hope y'all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below. This has been Industry Stories. Your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network.